dealing with bad weather, making terrible radio calls, having a lack of confidence, running out of money. If you've ever thought about learning to fly, you've probably faced challenges like those in the past. Back in 2019, before pandemics were even a thing, I organised a meetup with a bunch of pilots in the Blue Demon hangar to talk to them about the biggest challenges that they've faced in their flight training careers. If you've ever thought about flight training, if you're doing your flight training now, or if you're an experienced pilot, because let's be honest, at the end of the day, we're all student pilots, then I hope this video helps you realise if you've ever felt overwhelmed by the whole thing, you're really not alone. Oh, and just a warning, there is actually an incident in this video with a birthday cake, so if you are easily offended by food abuse, you probably want to skip this video altogether. Okay, back to 2019. Right, Sifa, so whereabouts are you in your flight training at the moment?
I got my RPL license and I'm trying to get my PPL license.
What do you think is the biggest challenge you've had so far with your flight training?
Like when I start my flight school, the first thing was my English. Like I didn't have really good English. That's why I came here. But right now, yeah, I am much more comfortable than the first days. Yeah.
Your English is really good. Your English is way better than my Turkish anyway. It's like
when I started, it was the really language challenging for me. When my instructor told me raise the noise, I didn't know what does it mean, the raise. Yeah, now I am building my hours and it's hopefully will be better.
Yeah, of course. Well, communication is a massive part of aviation. Yeah. And who's this?
Maybe this little cute captain can be next to Milkshake.
Is this a friend from Milkshake?
Yeah.
Jonathan, you're learning to fly?
That's correct.
Well, what stage are you at the moment?
I just passed PPL last week.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
I'm from rural Victoria. Definitely been availability of aircraft. So there's no flying schools up my way that offer training to the PPL level. A lot of them do training to the RPL level, and it's all in light sport aircraft. So definitely it's been access to good training. Yeah. It's been the biggest challenge.
How have you overcome that then?
I've decided I just need to move to Melbourne and do a full-time course. Yeah. Get it done.
He's going to hate this.
Yeah, for his actual birthday, I did a cake and he stormed out.
So it's not his birthday today?
No, it's April.
Good, all right. But can you sing?
Yeah,
right.
sure.
Okay, good. Happy birthday to you. Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip. Happy birthday. Oh no. Oh no. Abby is one of the flight instructors at Avia.
Yep.
Avia?
I call it Avia.
I should know by now. What do you reckon like some of the big hurdles were that you had to overcome to become a pilot?
I mean, everyone has it where they sort of stress about the final flight test. So, like everything's going perfect beforehand and then you get up to the flight test and you just make those silly mistakes that you never do any other situation. And it's just about taking a breath and going back through it all, going, oh, whoops, I made that mistake. Don't stress whenever you make a mistake. Just correct it, call yourself out. Even in front of the testing officer, say, whoops, made a mistake. I'm going to fix it though. This is how I'm going to do it. It's really hard to get into that mindset, but once you do, it makes life so much easier.
Everybody does cock up.
Yeah.
But I think the thing is, we're really worried that people are going to call us out for it.
Yeah.
But you just think own it and move on.
Yeah, just got to own up to your mistakes. And that's how you make progress, because you've got to learn from it somehow. Yeah. So yeah.
Looking to go commercial?
Yes, eventually, yes.
Eventually commercial. What have been some of your hurdles?
It's not really something you can control, but the weather. So getting enough flights in is probably my biggest problem. So honestly, the only way you can overcome that is really just to book more flights. To try and get as many flights in as possible and be flexible.
Travis.
Travis?
Yep.
John? Sid. What's the biggest thing that has held you back in your flight training, and what advice would you give anyone watching on how you overcame it?
I'd say the biggest hurdle was like the money, but with Swinburne as a university letting us train and like put our money on like HEX, which is like Victoria's pretty much like a loan that the government gives you. It's such a big leap, I feel like.
I think weather was definitely a big factor in keeping current and having to it's kind of hard to get bookings multiple times a week, and especially with lack of resources and instructors. It's been weeks when I wouldn't get flights, or even months when I wouldn't even have an hour, and then it's kind of hard to keep the skills building in that scenario.
Probably the studies for me, because I came out of year 12 not really knowing what to choose as a career path, and then like I was like, okay, let's just do aviation, see how it goes. And probably the studies, they're really different. You had to put a lot of time into them, and the exams, they just keep coming. Like right now we're doing CPL, it's just like one after another.
What is your by far the worst CPL exam that you have to do? What's the one that you hate the most? For me it was human factors.
I would say human factors was one of the easiest.
Yeah, yeah. We found, yeah.
Oh, maybe I'm just stupid. Do you remember when we could actually shake hands with people? When was the last time you shook hands with somebody? As usual, I'll be hanging out in the comments down below, so let me know what some of your biggest challenges with your flight training have been. Share with the community. Sometimes it's really good to hear from other pilots and realise that the things we're feeling are actually shared by other people, and we're really not alone in having those feelings. Thanks to everybody who agreed to be on film for that video. Thanks to Blue Demon for hosting, but most importantly, thank you to you for watching as always. I really appreciate the support, and I'll see you in the next video.